In the first 32 years of our marriage, Lib used to tell me that we never had conversations. Rather, we had debates. I simply had no idea what she was talking about. My understanding was that the thoughts that I had in my head were the exact same thoughts that everybody else had in their head. Therefore, why were we not all coming to the same conclusion? I was generally not understanding why nobody else could see my viewpoint. Hi, I'm Steve.
And I'm Lib.
And together, we're Lib and Steve.
The mind-blind Asperger perspective is so often only about how they see a situation with an inability to assess how someone else might see the same situation. It results in resistance to have a calm conversation. In fact, it often ends in intense debate, and Cassandra feels gaslit and invalidated. After a while, Cassandra grows weary of even attempting a conversation. Cassandra feels alone together, disconnected, lonely, and hopeless.
In 2018, after taking a year to process my diagnosis of Asperger's, the Lord touched my neural pathways and opened up my ability to function relationally like I've never been able to before. God healed my Asperger brain. I've been on a journey of relearning all the patterns that I never could function in for the first 53 years of my life. That part takes work, pure and simple. Lib, can you give an example of what it was like to feel like you had never had a conversation, rather you felt like you were only had debates with me?
Yes, and I'll start by saying that I'm the type of person that absolutely does not like conflict. You, on the other hand, were raised in a home that had a culture of debate. Your Asperger mom enjoys resisting people's viewpoints, and debate is her normal way of communicating. So when we got married, me, with my spirit of insignificance, I was in a perpetual state of shock at how challenging it was to have a pleasant conversation, void of controversy. An example would be that I would offer a solution to something, and it would be an automatic, guaranteed resistance from you, and you would always have the better idea. My idea was always shot down. After a while, I didn't want to even use my voice. As painful as it was to be without a voice, it was more painful to use my voice and then be squashed. I can remember a day when I realized I felt like a giant ball bouncing board. I realized that you would ask me a question, I would give you input, and you would do something completely different than my suggestions. I felt like I was just a board for your questions to bounce on, like a sports ball bouncing, but never actually to be taken seriously. So when you asked me for input, I learned to just say, I don't know. But not answering would make you mad as well. This is the craziness of the need for neurodiverse translation. So Steve, tell our audience a better news update.
I'm happy to say that today, Lib and I spend our evenings in healthy conversation, and I value her input greatly. We truly hope to inspire others to go after the miraculous power of God to bring healing in your life, whether it's your partner or your spouse on the spectrum. But if you are currently in a place of just trying to survive neurodiversity, we want to share a new technique that we have learned about that could be helpful in reversing unhealthy patterns within neurodiversity. Many times we have talked about the need for a mirror to be held up to the one with Asperger's, because their mind blindness does not allow them to understand how they are showing up. This technique that we have learned about is a way to hold a mirror up and gently model the correct way to have an appropriate conversation.
This website, and the link is down below, offers free online training for a technique called video modeling. It's a technique to help a person on the spectrum learn how to have healthy conversations and also healthier basic life skills. Using technology, it allows a conversation to be videotaped and then reviewed, and gently point out how to do it better, then retry it with another videotaping. Improvement can be seen, and these videos can be watched over and over to model the right way. It is an evidence-based approach, always to bring encouragement and never to shame or condemn.
We thought we would model our own little version of this by reenacting a real-life, recent conversation that needed some tidying up. Here we go.
We've had a change of plans, and we're going to have to be flexible for this weekend. It's not going to work out how we thought.
That's not going to work. I don't want to do that.
It's already all set. I have it all figured out.
I'm not happy about this.
We've had a change of plans for this weekend, but I've really thought through everything, and I have it all figured out on a whiteboard as to how we can work this all.
Okay, I can see who needs the car when. Thank you.
Yeah, it's all set. Yeah.
Okay.
Would you like me to make you a Post-it note to put upstairs for where you need it?
Thanks for offering to do that, but I'll do that.
One of the things that I did for Steve in our second video to help ensure Steve's success was to make sure I had a written black and white chart to help Steve process without emotions getting in the way. In a moment, we will share another link with helpful information that mentions the importance of writing things down like that. So this video modeling approach may not be for everyone, but if you can at all tweak it to fit the culture in your home to enable holding up the mirror to your Aspie partner, it might be worth a try. Remember, the goal is communication success.
We found another helpful website that had valuable tips to help open up healthy communication in neurodiversity. It is put out by Dr. KENNETH Robertson, an ASD psychologist. The link is below in the description. In the article, Dr. Robertson states 5 tips for healthier neurodiverse conversation. 1. Start changing now. 2. Focus on clarity. 3. Write things down. 4. Make criticism constructive. And 5. Be strategic.
For point number 1, the early you begin going after healthier communication, the better. But do not be discouraged or dissuaded if you've gone on for 32 years or more, like us. In Matthew 19:26, it says, with God, all things are possible. We are living proof of that. And for point number 2, clarity is helpful. Stick to the bullseye point you want to make. Do not try to rely on body language or facial expressions to jazz it up. It'll only bring confusion to the Aspie partner.
For point number 3, writing things down is very helpful, as Lib modeled in our little video modeling demonstration. And for point 4, make sure that everything you are pointing out is filtered through a desire to bring improvement, not just tear down your partner.
And for point number 5, be strategic by reminding yourself that your partner has trouble understanding what you are thinking and feeling. Take extra measures to communicate effectively. Take one topic at a time. Too many subjects all jumbled together will be too hard for your Aspie partner. Take small steps each day. You may not get there today, but you'll be closer than yesterday. Check out the link for Dr. Roberson to get more helpful details.
Give some thought to what might work in your situation. For most people, rolling up your sleeves and committing to a combination of therapies, video modeling, and plenty of practice are the keys to success. We are praying for your success in both healing and hard work. And remember, our breakthrough makes a way for your breakthrough.
Please like us, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share this with anyone who could benefit.